Hillel Taglit Birthright is a free trip for Jews to go to Israel for free for 10 days in the summer or winter. In the short definition, it's probably going to be the trip of your lifetime.
I've never had a trip like this.
I was able to experience a completely different way of life.
It is the most exciting moments of self-discovery.
I never knew how much Israel meant to me.
My life is going to be completely different.
It's unreal.
You have to be here.
We were able to go to the Shuk, the beautiful deserts,
Golan Heights,
hiking down Mount Arbel,
Tel Aviv,
the Kotel.
riding a camel through the south.
We slept in Bedouin tents.
We live in a kibbutz.
I read all these stories in the Torah, and here's where it happened.
I don't think that there was a part of Israel that we didn't see.
What you do in 10 days is more than what most people get to do in a lifetime.
Yad Vashem is the Holocaust Museum in Israel as a way to remember the fact that there were huge, thriving Jewish communities all over Europe that no longer exist.
It made me realize that I know nothing about my family that was left there in Poland during the 40s. We lost everyone. It was a lot to take in, but I needed to see it. I needed to see that I wasn't the only one.
My trip to Israel, I went with nobody I had ever met before.
One of my best friends from the trip, I had no idea who she was until 4 days into the trip. And we now have class together. We sit next to each other. We study together. She's one of my best friends. People thought that we went on the trip together because we were so close.
The bonds that you make on Hillel Taglit Birthright will last you for a lifetime.
Hillel Taglit Birthright is so much more special than any other birthright provider because you get to come back to campus and have that community.
I'm going to walk away from this trip with 40 new best friends, and knowing the fact that I've met 6 Israeli soldiers who have already told me that they're going to come stateside and stay with me.
We had the chance to live with 8 Israeli soldiers.
They're a great way to get to know what it means to be our age in Israel.
There's a 19-year-old soldier that was in our group who worked in intelligence, and he is responsible for tracking down terrorist threats and bringing them to his higher-ups at 19 years old. I have never met a more unbelievable group of people in my entire life.
They're so full of life and they're so excited to see everything.
It's given me another meaning for my serving the army.
Israel is home for all Jews, and I didn't really think about that until I really come here.
Israel means a completely different thing to me than it used to.
It gives you a connection to the cultural identity, the religious identity, the ethnic identity of being Jewish.
And it showed me how Israel is instead of how it is portrayed.
Until you're there, you don't realize how comfortable you feel.
I can look around and know that, there's other Jewish people here like me and, they're accepting.
And I've never experienced something like that before, which was pretty amazing to see, and I would definitely go back.
Going to Israel for me felt like coming home.
It's our land, it's our country, it's our state.
Israel is your birthright.